Over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of talk in regards to the third entry for Spider-Man in the MCU, and what was kept out of the MCU iteration of the character due to various people calling the shots in regards to Spider-Man. But now apparently Tom Holland has put his 2 cents into the studio. I think it's pretty safe to say that the longer Tom Holland is Spider-Man and the more contracts he signs, the more creative freedom he's going to be allowed each film. That's just something that happens pretty much everywhere. You see that with every actor that ends up exploding in popularity and then continues to come back to roles, and then sometimes it can get a little bit out of hand. Johnny Depp with the Pirates movies. Sometimes you can tame it a little bit and hopefully it works out for the best. That's what I'm hoping for with Deadpool 3. And sometimes you just gotta give Uncle Abby the boot and hope for the best end result. Which brings us to Tom Holland. And there's been reports recently that Tom Holland is interested in exploring all of those elements that have been kept out of the MCU so far, particularly Uncle Ben and that connection that the two had. And rumors that have recently circulated from, I believe, Daniel RPK and then other people as well, is that Tom Holland has officially told them that if it gets down to it and they have time and this whole thing continues to go on in a good working relationship, that he wants to do the Uncle Ben thing. That he wants Uncle Ben in the MCU, that he wants to explore some of that history, maybe even deliver that, moment that people have been wanting to see in the MCU for a long time. Whatever the case may be, I think, Uncle Ben has his time and place in Spider-Man lore. And I know people got really accustomed to seeing Uncle Ben get gunned down in the first half of the first movie, which obviously the MCU did not do, which caused a lot of backlash. And then we're kind of learning, and have recently learned, on why they couldn't even include Uncle Ben and what was behind it. So it's good to see that at least the people that were working on these films and acting in them wanted to do it, but were sort of blocked when trying to get it done. And if the actors want it to happen, I have no doubt that they're going to make it happen and get to this point where we do see it and they do go down that route. Now, I don't think this is like, as some people have speculated, a prequel or something, I don't think it's anything like that. And I don't think you personally get all that in like Spider-Man 3, because that's got to deal with the other Spider-Men and all that. I think at best, maybe you'll have some mentions of it by the other Spider-Men, and then eventually when we get to the next couple films, you're going to see that, and they'll maybe tie it back around some way, shape, or form, maybe flashbacks and all that. But in due time, I think we do see it, and if Tom Holland's going to have his, demands met, well, why not do a simple one like, yeah, let's add Uncle Ben into this.